Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt light? Not proud of an achievement, not relieved that the hard thing ended, just genuinely, quietly light. Like being in your own skin felt easy, right? If that feeling is rare for you, or if it's only happen on vacations, or after two glasses of wine, or when someone else validates you, then I want you to know something important. It's not your fault. We have been sold a very specific, very exhausting version of happiness. One that says get thinner, get promoted, get married, get more organized, then you will be very happy. But that's conditional happiness. And conditional happiness is fragile. It disappears the moment life gets messy. Over the next hour, I'm going to walk you through the 5 pillars of unconditional happiness, the kind that does not require you to be perfect, the kind that lives alongside hard days, not after them. No face on camera, no performance, just you and me, and an hour of real gentle truth. Let's begin. Pillar 1 is the foundation of everything else. Stop performing and start being. Now, what do I mean by performing? I mean the constant, often unconscious monitoring of how you are handling on other people. As women, most of us were socialized from a very young age to manage the emotional atmosphere of every room we enter. Smile so you don't seem to be angry. Soften your voice so you don't seem to be aggressive. Apologize so you don't seem to be rude. Work twice as hard as you don't seem lazy. This is what I call the invisible performance, and it's exhausting, Here is what it looks like in daily life. You laugh at a joke that's not funny. You say, I'm so sorry when someone bumps into you. You over explain a simple no with 3 sentences and an apology. You check your phone to look busy instead of just sitting quietly. All of that is performance. And every time you perform, you send yourself a quiet message. Who I naturally am is not enough. I need to adjust. This message repeated thousands of times in the death of happiness. So here is the experiment. I want you to try it just for 24 hours, not forever. Do nothing to be liked. Say no without a paragraph or explanation. Just say no or does not work for me, and that's stop. That's it. Life at your actual volume. If you have a loud, wheezy laugh, let it out. Ask for what you want without justifying it. Can you pass the salt? Not sorry, would you mind possibly passing the salt? It is not too much trouble, right? Just say it straight. Let's pause, sit in conversation without filling it with nervous chatter. Notice what happens. Most of the time, the word does not end. In fact, you might notice something surprising. People often respect you more, not less. The unhappy woman asks, what will they think of me? The happy woman will ask, what do I actually feel right now? Write this down somewhere, you will see it. I'm not a performance, I'm a person. And here is the deeper truth. The people who are bothered by you being authentic, they were never your people. They were just your audience. And you don't owe an audience anything. Now let's come to the pillar 2. It is one of the most life-changing shifts you can make. Your emotions are data, not dictators. Let me explain. Many of us were raised to believe that certain emotions are bad. Anger is unfeminine. Jealousy is ugly. Sadness is a burden to others. So what do? We suppress them. We distract. We eat. We scroll. We say, I'm fine, when we are very much not fine. But here is a problem. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They go into your body. They become tension, headache, tight shoulders, digestive issue, or that vague sense of exhaustion that never lifts. The alternative is not to explode. The alternative is just to listen. Think of your emotions like a car's dashboard. Each light is giving you an information. Anger is a check engine. Light, it means something just violated your boundary or your values. No, go yell at someone. Just investigate. Sadness is the low fuel. Light, it means you need rest or connection or to grieve on something. Jealousy is not evil, it's a spotlight. It shows you what you actually want. I'm jealous of her freedom means you want more freedom. That's usual data. Anxiety is often danger. I had light, but sometimes the danger is not real. It's your nervous system overprotecting you. The data is I feel unsafe. Let me check if the threat is real or imagined. The next time a bad emotion shows up, try this 3-step practice. Step 1, stop fighting it. Say it loud or in your head. Oh, hello, blah, 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 whatever you want to say, just say. Step 2, ask it one question. What are you doing here? Or tell me, and how do I make you go away? Just listen. Step 3, thank it. Thank you for the information. Now I will decide what to do. Simple, right? Because here is a key distinction. Your emotions are not your boss, they are messengers. You can receive the message and still choose your response, right? The unhappy woman is run by her emotions. She yells because she's angry or hides because she's scared. The happy woman listens, thanks, and then drives the car herself. Try this tomorrow. The next time you feel a flash of irritation, don't push it down. Just whisper to yourself, data. What are you telling me? You might be surprised by how wise your so-called bad feelings actually are. Now let's be practical. I want you to teach you a tiny practice that has changed my life more than any journaling or meditation app ever I did. I call it 30-second gratitude reset. I know you have heard practice gratitude 1,000 times and maybe you have tried it also. Listening 3 things you are grateful for each morning, and maybe it felt nice for a minute, but it did not fundamentally change anything. That's because most gratitude practice stay in the thinking brain. They are abstract. I'm grateful for my family, my health, my home. That's fine. but it does not rewire your nervous system. Here, what does sensory gratitude? Close your eyes just for 30 seconds. Don't think of big things. Think of one tiny physical sensory pleasure you have experienced today. The first sip of coffee, the warmth, the bitterness, the smell, the feeling of hot water on your shoulders in the shower, the softness of your pillow when you first lay down, the sound of rain against a window, the way sunlight feels on your closed eyelids. Now, here is the key. Don't just think about it, actually feel it again. Let the memory land in your body. Feel the warmth in your hand. Let your shoulders soften. Stay there for a full 30 seconds. That's one happiness wrap. Do 5 of these a day. That's 2.5 minutes total. Spread them out. One when you wake up, one before lunch, one in the afternoon, one after work, and just one before the bed. Why does this work? Because your brain has a negative bias. For evolutionary reasons, we are wired to scan for threats, not joys, that kept our ancestors alive. But today it keeps us anxious and dissatisfied. This 30-second practice slowly, gently trains your brain to notice small pleasure again. Over weeks, your default mode shifts from what's wrong to what feels good right now. This is not toxic positivity. You are not denying hard things. You are just building a muscle, and muscle takes repetition. Pillar 3 is the one that will make some people uncomfortable. And that's exactly why it is so important. Boundaries are love, not rejection. Let me be direct. You cannot be a happy woman if you are a human sacrifice. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you betray yourself. And self betrayal is the opposite of happiness. It creates a low grade resentment that poisons everything, your relationship, your mood, even your sleep. Most of us are terrible at boundaries because we were taught that boundaries are mean, be nice, be flexible, don't make waves. But here is the refrain: a boundary is not a wall you put up to keep people out. A boundary is a gate you decide when it opens or who can enter in your house. Example of clear, kind boundaries. Don't check work email after 7 pm. I'll reply in the morning. I love you, but I can't lend money right now. I need 20 minutes of quiet when I first get home. Then I would love to talk. I'm not comfortable discussing that topic. Notice there is no apology, no over explanation. No, I'm so sorry, but maybe if it's okay with you. Here is the hard truth that changed everything for me. People who get upset by your boundaries are not hurt, they are inconvenienced. They were benefiting from you not having any. A healthy person will say, okay, thanks for telling me. A person who benefits from your lack of boundaries will say, you are so selfish, or I thought you cared about me. That reaction is not your problem to fix. That reaction is data, the same way anger is data. It tells you this person was comfortable with you being uncomfortable. Let them be upset. Your peace is more important than your comfort. Repeat these 3 sentences to yourself, slowly, out loud if you can. I'm allowed to take up my space. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to protect my energy without explaining myself. Start small. Tomorrow, say no to one small thing. I request you for your time, an extra task at work. A social invitation you don't want. One sentence, no apology. Notice how the word keeps spinning. Pillar 4 is the one most high achieving women struggle with the most pleasure without productivity. Let me describe someone. She wakes up early, she works out, she answers emails, she helps her colleagues, her partner, her kids, her friends. She is useful and she only allows herself to rest when everything is done. But the to do list never ends. So, rest never actually comes. Does that sound familiar? Many of us have learned to treat pleasure as a reward. I'll take a bath after I finish this project. I'll reach for fun after I clean the kitchen. I'll call a friend after I send these 5 emails. The problem is there's always one more thing to do. The happy women understand that pleasure is not a reward, it's a right. It's not something you earn, it's something you integrate. Today, I want you to do one thing just because it feels good, not because it makes money, improve your body, advances your career, or looks good on social media just because it is delicious. Dance in your kitchen for 2 minutes to a song you loved in high school. But enjoy this. Buy the expensive candles and light it on a random Tuesday. Take a 10 minutes to actually taste your lunch. No screen, no phone, just the flavors. Lie on the floor and scratch your spine for no reason. Put on lipstick or cologne even though you are staying home. This will feel uncomfortable at first. You might hear a voice in your head say, "This is wasteful. You should be doing something useful." That voice is not wisdom. That voice is burnout talking. Write this somewhere. You will see it every day. I don't have to earn joy. Joy is my birthright. And here is the secret. When you allow yourself small, pointless pleasure regularly, you actually have more energy for the hard things because you are not running on empty. Pillar 5 is the one that will set your soul free, release the timeline. So much of female unhappiness, especially between the age of 25 and 45, comes from comparing our real, messy, unpredictable lives to an imaginary schedule. By 30, I should be married. By 32, I should have a child. By 35, I should have my own home. By 40, I should have figured out my career and my body and my relationships. Where did this schedule come from? It was not yours. It was handed to you by family, by culture, by social media, by the fear of being behind. And here is what this timeline does it. It turns every year of your life into a report card. If you hit the milestone, you feel temporary relief. If you miss it, you feel like a failure even if you're happy in other ways. The happiest women I know are not the ones who checked all the boxes. They are the ones who burned the checklist. They understand that life is not a linear track. It's more like a forest. Some people find the clearing early. Some people walk through thorns of years. Some people turn around and go on a completely different direction. None of those paths are wrong. You're not behind, you're not broken. You are exactly where you need to be to learn what you need to learn. Every time you feel that familiar panic, I should be further along by now, I want you to say this to yourself slowly. I release the pressure to arrive. I'm already here. And then ask yourself one question. If I had no idea how old I was supposed to be, what would I actually want to do today? That question is your compass. The timeline is a cave, step out of it. Now, let's be really honest for a few minutes. Everything I have shared so far does not mean you will never have hard days. You will have. That's not a failure of these practices. That's called being human, right? The difference between an unhappy woman and a happy woman, not that one has hard days and the other does not. The difference is what they do on the hard days. Unhappy women on hard days do two things. They judge themselves for having the hard days. Why am I so sad? I have so much to be grateful for. Something is wrong with me. They try to fix the feeling immediately with distractions, overworking, drinking, scrolling, eating, or desperately seeking reassurance from others. Both of those responses make the hard day harder. Happy women do something different. They say something is heavy duty, that's allowed. They lower the bar. On a hard day, the goal is not to be productive, joyful, or impressive. The goal is just to get through with basic kindness to yourself. That might mean drinking water even if you can't eat a full meal, taking a 10-minute walk without a destination, sending one text to a safe person that says, I'm having a rough one, don't need fixing, just saying, letting yourself lie down for an hour without guilt. They don't try to fix the sadness or anger, they just hold it. They put a hand on their heart and say, this is hard, I'm here with you. And here is the paradox. When you stop fighting a difficult emotion, it actually passes faster. Because the struggle, the I should not feel this, is what keeps it stuck. The goal is not to be happy every minute of your life. That's impossible. The goal is to be real every minute, and the real women have rainy days. So the next time you wake up and everything feels great, don't ask how do I fix this. Ask what does this said part of me need right now. And then as much as you can do, just do that gently. If you take only one thing from the entire hour, let's be real, a 10-minute daily happiness practice that weaves together all the 5 pillars. You can do this in the morning, on a lunch break, or right before the bed. Here is a step by step. Sensory gratitude. Close your eyes. Remember one tiny good sensation from the last 24 hours, coffee, sun on your skin, a soft blanket. Feel it again for 30 seconds. Name one emotion you're feeling right now. Just name it. Anxiety, tiredness, restlessness. Then ask it, what do you actually need? How do I make you go away? Just listen. Decide on one small boundary for today. It can be private. I will not check my phone during meals. I will not answer work texts after 8 pm. I will not say yes to any new request today, just one. Do something for 3 minutes that has no purpose except enjoyment. Stretch. Hum a song. Put on hand lotion slowly. Look out the window and just watch. No productivity allowed. Close your eyes. Take 2 deep breaths. Say this mantra out loud or silently. I'm not behind. I'm not broken. I'm exactly where I need to be. I release the pressure to arrive. I'm already here. That's it. 10 minutes. You can do that before brushing your teeth or while your coffee brews. The magic is not in any single minute. The magic is the showing up for yourself every day for 10 minutes. That's how you rewire a lifetime of performing, pleasing, and rushing. So, here where we land, after all of this, the 5 pillars, the practices, your relationship status, or your body, but something deeper changes your relationship to your own life. You stop waiting, you stop performing, you stop outsourcing your worth to likes, promotions, or male attentions. You become a woman who can be alone and not lonely, who can be disappointed and not destroyed, who can be sad in the morning and still laugh by evening. That is not magic, that is skill. And you have already begun building it in hour. Now here is my request, don't just close this video and move on. Pause, breathe once, and pick just one pillar, only one pillar to practice tomorrow. Pillar 1, stop performing. Say one no without any apology. Pillar 2, listen to an emotion as data, ask it what it needs. Pillar 3, set one quiet boundary, protect your energy. Pillar 4, do something pointless and pleasurable for 3 minutes. Pillar 5, release the timeline, say the mantra once. Choose one, write it down, put it on your mirror, your fridge, your phone wallpaper. You don't need to be fixed, you need to be freed, and that freedom is already in your hand. Thank you for giving me this time of your life. That means more than you know. If this landed with you, share it with one woman who needs to hear this. Not 10, not your whole following, just one, someone with love who forgets she matters. Take care of you. You are the only one who can, and you are doing better than you think.